Can it be? This is the poem we would be talking about today, and it is written by Manmohan Ghosh. Manmohan Ghosh is an Indian writer, Indian poet, and he was very much influenced by Keats, Matthew Arnold, and people say there is a great influence of these authors in his writings. In his writings, we could see there are reflections about life, their reflections about death, their reflections about nature. And now, in this poem, as the title suggests, the poet is putting a question: can it be? So we can somewhere know that this poem is about a question which is not being accepted, things which are not accepted by the poet, and he's saying how it is possible, can it be, how it is possible, how such thing has happened. Now some people say that this poem is written for his wife who left him, and he was not coming to terms that his wife could leave him for her heavenly abode so soon. Now, in his every stanza of the poem, he raises a question: when everything is there, earth is there, sky is there, flowers are there, how his wife is not there? How she has turned into clay, or how she has turned into just a soil or a dust? How it is possible? Now, Manmohan Ghosh, when he writes, he talks at length about life and death. And there are certain philosophical questions about death which he thinks which he thinks they cannot be accepted the way they are. The concept of death, which takes away your near and dear ones, people who had been with you for such a long time, people who had been sharing life with you, people who had been sharing everything with you, they left you, and you are not left with anything but their memories, and those people themselves, they turn into clay after death. So he says, I mind me how her smiles was sweet and how her look was gay. Now he's talking about his wife, and by talking about his wife, he's talking about death in general. He's saying that his wife was very sweet natured, very sweet tempered, and she was always gay, she was always happy. Oh, she was laughter, joy complete. She was a laughter. She would be entitled as laughter or joy complete. Her persona could be seen as a joy complete. And can she now be clay? And such a beautiful person, after death, can that person turn into clay? There is a question mark. I see the roses on her grave. They make me sad, heart bleed. Now roses are red, and the heart of the author is bleeding. Bleeding, the blood is also red in color. So somewhere these red roses which are there on her grave do not give him happiness, and they cannot give him happiness also. He's talking up, he's giving a very straightforward logic that when the person is not there, how could these roses give me happiness? How could her smiles give me happiness when the person herself is not there? I see the daisies shine like stars, and is she earth indeed? Daisies and roses, they are sparkling like stars, but she is clay, she is earth, she is just a dust. How it is? Another question. And is she earth indeed? He is not coming to terms to the fact that his wife is no more. All lovely things with beauty are, and just deeds shine as just. He says, all beautiful things and all your deeds, what you do, your actions, they shine. They are there forever. They are eternal. They do not have a temporary existence. And faith and truth. Now he's talked of beauty. He has talked of your just deeds. then he has talked of faith, then he's talked of truth, then he's talked of duty. They are all eternal because they speak for themselves, they never die. And if is she only dust? When all these things are eternal, they exist forever. They talk about themselves. They are not temporary. They do not fleet. They do not become dust. Then how my own wife, my darling, is no more? The great sky keeps its solemn blue. Fresh earth is wildly fair. Now even the sky is there, and it has its solemn blue. The blue of this sky is solemn. So somewhere even the nature, even somewhere even nature is echoing the pain of the author. It is solemn blue. Fresh earth is wildly fair. Now earth is wild and fair. Fair means beautiful, wild at the same point of time. Something which is very active, or something which is a bit naughty. Can all things be, and I and you, she nothing, she nowhere? Now when my contact with everything, with the sky, with the earth is same, my contact with all the attributes of life is same, then why can't I have same contact which I had with her? Why I and you cannot have same contact? When I have contact with the earth, when I have contact with the universe, when I have contact with truth, faith, just deeds, beauty, everything is there. Why, how come I do not have contact with her? She nothing and nowhere. How come she is nothing, and how come she is nowhere? How come she is not there and she is nowhere to be seen? Everything is to could be seen. Earth could be seen, sky could be seen, flowers could be seen, everything could be seen. But why how come I am not able to see my own wife? She is not there. How come when everything exists, even things which are non living things, they have their existence, they are there for they are there forever? How come a person who was living once is no more there, is just dead? So these are the questions which come from the from a very meditative or philosophical point of view, and the basic questions of life and death. Why someone leaves you, or why someone is not there after that, why someone is just converted into dust or clay after that. These basic questions are raised by the poet, and somewhere we come to know that the poet is anguished and very much sad, and he is not able to accept the fact that his wife is not there, and he is raising all these questions. He is raising questions for those philosophical ideas which say that a person lives after his death, a person's soul is eternal, or person's memory is eternal, or whatever acts of kindness or goodness a person does in his lifetime, those acts they speak. But somewhere by raising cross questions again and again, the author is trying to convey the idea that what good is there when a person's acts are speaking, or goodness is speaking, or truth is speaking, or faith is speaking, and when the wife or the person himself has gone mute, or the person himself is not speaking, or the person himself has turned into clay, and people are just putting roses and daisies on the grave of that person, and they are somewhere symbols of the fact that that person has departed him, that person is no more. He is raising the question, why physical existence of a person is turned into clay. He at the same point of time gives answer to himself by talking about beauty, truth, faith, that these things they live forever. But he is giving the answers very subtly to his own questions, but at the same point of time his questions never end. And even in his last line, he is saying she nothing and she nowhere. So somewhere he's the answers which are given by himself, they are negated, and he is again and again putting the same question, that how come she is nowhere, how come she is not there when I have my relation, or I can talk to anyone, or I have the same rapport with everyone, then how come she is not there to respond to me? Thank you.